Yeah, those were big. It was kind of like a three-point contest there in the third, and they made most of them when we didn't. But I thought everyone kept their composure. Kai delivers on 2 threes and extends the lead, and we controlled the game from that point on.
And also, Josh had a big three-pointer too late with like 2 minutes to go. But you guys know about that.
Yeah, Josh was great. Josh has been great here for the last couple of weeks. I thought Maxey, everyone, again, in that third quarter, the Nets have nothing to lose. They started off making some threes there, and we understood what kind of game it was. But I thought the guys kept their composure, trusted one another. We get a challenge where we get the ball back and Luka scores. So there was a lot of great things tonight. And so now, to win another game on a back-to-back against a dangerous team like the Nets, this is a good win.
One of those things that doesn't show up in the box score. And the moment that Dwayne referenced, 6-point game, and Luka missed the 2 free throws, and Grant Williams fought for the rebound. You guys kept possession.
Yeah, that was actually a big play. He crashes. Luka's been shooting his free throws at a high rate. Unfortunately, he missed both, but Grant had the ball, lost the ball, and then it goes off the net player, and we ended up getting the ball. A lot of small plays, but there's some things that we can get better at, especially guarding the three-point line there in that third quarter.
It looked like you brought Kyrie back in the third quarter a little bit sooner, kept Luka in. What was the process behind some of the rotation decisions in the second half?
Well, both Luka and Kai said they felt fresh, so they wanted to go. And so Luka didn't want to come out. Luka's not going to come out. So he played the game. He was going. Kai comes back a little earlier. He's going. If we don't bring him back a little earlier, maybe the game doesn't go the way that it ended up. So just the trust of those two, and then also for Kai's first time here, he wanted to make sure, or we wanted to make sure things went the way he wanted. So he made sure of that.
Did you know Kyrie could still get up like that? Still jump like that?
It's funny. He actually called for it in the timeout. And I just told Josh, let's stick to a bounce pass. And so they made sure to let me know that he could still go, that he could get up there, because he wanted that in the timeout. And I thought he was being funny, but he was not being funny. And Josh had the heart to throw that pass, and Kai did the rest. But Kai was great tonight. It's not easy coming back from a place that you're traded from the first time. A lot of emotions, but I thought he handled it well. To be able to score that many points without shooting a free throw, that's pretty impressive.
What can you say about Luka tonight? Second night of a back-to-back, 1 assist shot.
Yeah, he was rested. He said, talking to him on the plane last night, he felt good. He didn't have to do much yesterday. Being double-teamed was most of the night, so he felt good. He just said that the only thing he had an issue was breathing with his nose. So, but every time I asked him, did he want to come out, he said, I felt great. So we trusted him and left him in, and he delivered.
I know that we just talked about Grant's play, but there were a few other plays where the team used aggression. How did you feel seeing that to keep the game in you guys'?
Yeah, I think it's, when you shoot as many threes or you get that many up that the Nets, at some point, they're going to make a couple. And I thought the guys did a great job of not panicking and being able to stay together. Trust, it's not easy to win on the road on a back-to-back. They started to make threes. We stick to the game plan. And I thought we executed by getting some stops there and then being able to score on the other end. Now, there's a couple things that we can work on with the advantage basketball, but that's just something that we, as a group, we work on all the time. Unfortunately, some of those we have mistakes, but that happens. And I think the big thing is just the trust of this group as we get healthy here with Kai and Luka. The more that they can spend together on the floor, the better chance that we have at winning.
Jason, did you feel like Kyrie began attack mode? Did you feel like he was kind of feeding off of the atmosphere tonight?
Yeah, I thought Kai just, again, his emotions are as good as they come. He uses the crowd, he uses his teammates, and I thought he did a great job of that tonight, not trying to just get it all in the first quarter. He just let the game come to him, just like he did last night in Philly. And that's what, as a vet, as a superstar, there's never a panic in his game, and he just uses the forces around him. And I thought he did a great job tonight. Yeah.
Perfect pass, man. Shout out to Josh Green. Perfect pass. He had the belief in me. A lot of my teammates didn't think that I could catch lobs, but I told him to look at my summer highlights, man. No, but it felt good to get up there and convert that dunk. And it's not too often you see me dunk, so I'm grateful that I got a highlight here, man. It felt good.
You called for it specifically?
Absolutely. You come on now. Throw it. Now, we talked about it a few possessions before. We saw how they were guarding us, so just one of those adjustment plays. And then Josh actually gave me that kind of head nod. He said, "Yo, go for the lob. I'm gonna throw it to you." So I'm glad we can convert that.
I'm pretty sure you heard the crowd. You kind of beat up what you could know.
Yeah, just like any other basketball game. But it felt like being back. It felt like I was home tonight. Getting here early, warming up, just getting a good sense of the rims and the atmosphere, what it was going to be like, and just mentally preparing myself before the game, and just letting the game come to me and allowing the basketball guys to do the rest. Just try to get as much sleep yesterday and come in with an open heart, open mind to see a lot of my friends and family that I've made here and put on a great show for them.
You said, Kyrie, that you don't need that necessarily pop in circumstance for these kind of games to come back. But for you personally, after spending a few years here, what did you sort of think about, and what do you think about when you think about your time with the Nets?
I don't think about it too often now. Pretty much at peace with what happened and spending time here. I wish a lot of the guys well, a lot of the people that I've gotten a chance to get to know. We have relationships that extend off the basketball court, and that's all I can ask for. So as a person, again, I felt like I was at home whether I was playing a game or not. Got to see a lot of smiles, got to make some kids really happy. And that's what this job is about at the end of the day. It's the next generation and making sure they stay inspired and they see me out there doing my thing and really getting my teammates involved. Just want to leave a great legacy for them, no matter who I'm playing for. So, obviously it was emotional. You could see my emotions running on out there, but after that, just pretty much focus on winning the basketball game.
So you got to see your sister right after the game. Do you have a bunch of family here?
Yeah, I had a bunch of family here, man. That's what makes this environment so special. Even when I wasn't a Brooklyn Net, I would come home and a lot of my family would be here supporting me, and that makes the world of difference. To be honest with you, I don't care because that's going to leave subjective. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm just going to let it run its course, and hopefully in the next few years it's done. I know a lot of my peers could say the same. We're tired of the baggage that comes with playing our former teams and all of this extra emotional conversations and diatribes that come from it. It's part of our game, but at the same time, it's just basketball. So just want to focus on that and all the uncontrollable things that didn't work out or the circumstances that were uncontrollable that didn't go in our favor. It's life.
Family's one of the reasons you wanted to come here in the first place. I assume you wanted to stay around your family.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how
Yeah, for sure.
was there anything that could have been salvaged to say, I don't want to leave, I wanted to stay here and stick it out, or was it too far gone?
I don't want to get too deep into it because I love protecting, the people that I'm in business with, even if it doesn't work out. Again, I wish all those guys well, but conversations that needed to be had weren't had before the trade deadline, and I don't know if anything needed to be salvaged. I just think it was time to get my own peace of mind and go somewhere where I was able to thrive and be in a situation where I didn't have to worry about kind of behind the back talk or the media talk or not knowing how to handle real life circumstances that it has nothing to do with the game of basketball. It has everything to do with how you handle someone as a person. And while I was here, I've learned a lot of lessons. I've made my peace again, like I said, and I just want to move forward. Things could have changed, and you look back at the past and you have 20/20 vision. This could have gone right if this would have happened. If I didn't get injured versus the Bucks, do I still ask for a trade? If KD's foot wasn't on the three-point line, are we talking about a different legacy here? If James doesn't ask for a trade, all the woulda, coulda, shoulda, wouldas, hopefully after this night we could just put that to rest and just move forward, and I could look forward to the rest of my career and just handle it in Dallas and going after my second championship. Very difficult. Very difficult. It's fun to play that way. We obviously want to make sure we still get our teammates involved, and we just allow the game to come to us and play off each other's instincts.
What does it mean for you to come back and see young guys that you played with, like Cam Thomas and Nick Claxton, getting that next step in the NBA?
Yeah, I love those guys, and it's going to continue. But I really just care about their development. And while I was here, I really had their ear and really sat them down a few times to prepare them for what's coming. And ultimately, I know that they have the potential to be great players in this league, and they just got to be consistent and find that continuity and be patient. Every situation is different, every team is different, so just got to be willing to deal with the hard punches of winning and losing games and understanding what it takes to be a championship team. I'm still on that road right now, so I appreciate the ups and downs of the journey and how things work out and how we can learn and do better moving forward.
Beyond those two, what do you kind of think of the state of your former team? You've now played them twice this year.
Man, I think when you trade some franchise players and things are mixed around, it's going to look different. It's going to feel different. You have some of the best players in the world playing on this court, playing at Barclays. I think a lot of the fans and true supporters appreciated us and what we did here. But now it's time to start fresh over, and it's no longer the same pressure that was here before of championship now and who you have on the team. So I think the environment's a little bit different, but those young guys will be fine. They have great heads on their shoulders. They work at their crafts. And they got to learn from me, KD, and James, and a few other great players that they've been alongside. So I'm happy for them, but they'll be okay.
Like narratives aside and all this stuff like that. We've talked before about how you've been basically in the Buckeyes since you were 17.
Yep.
How does it feel to just be back home, period? Like, just seeing your family and just, like...
Yeah, man, I'm a New Jerusalem or New Jersey kid all the way through and through, man. I played a lot of games in the city. I played in all the boroughs. If you don't know anything about my journey or story, I have a lot of family in New York City, a lot of foundational growth here. I spent a lot of my childhood in the Bronx, New York, specifically the Mitchell Projects. My whole family comes from there, Harlem as well. So everything that I've learned about myself has come from being in the city and being in Jersey. So when I got an opportunity to play for the New Jersey Nets or play for the Brooklyn Nets, I always make that mistake because for me, it was a childhood dream. I left the NBA Finals game watching J. Kidd play, watching Kerry Kittles play, watching Kenyon Martin play. I left that game. I was sitting up in the nosebleeds with my dad and my sister, and I went home, and that's when I decided I wanted to become an NBA player. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of the next generation watching. I got to experience the highs and lows of being a part of 2 Eastern Conference Finals, watching them get very close and be defeated. But what I learned is I don't want that to be us, and that was the motivation and the drive. Obviously, I fell short in terms of the championship aspirations, but for me, I think it was bigger than a championship here. I had to really take some moral stances that propelled me into a place in my life that I had to become accustomed to. There were some political things that were going on here as well that I couldn't control, that I was responsible for. There were some things that I did on my accord that I look back on and they were mistakes, and I have to be accountable for those things. I'm not perfect, but one thing I can say is I've been able to learn from things and continue to push forward, man. Now I'm around some good people. And that's all that matters, man, surrounding yourself with some good folk.
No, it wasn't fitted to my face, so it was tough.
Is that just because it was like a rush order because you guys just got it?
It was Max's, actually, so mine just happened yesterday, so I couldn't fit in the mask.
Did it bother you at all? Did you get hit at all during the game or anything?
A little bit. It's hard to breathe through nose, so it bothered me a little bit, yeah.
When you have a night like this, when you and Kyrie are both going, do you does it make you kind of regret the fact that you guys only got to play together 24 times this year?
I mean, yeah, that's what I say, we just got to get healthy, everybody still missing Delive and Dante, but everybody's healthy. We're really hard team to guard.
Did you know Kyrie could still jump like that?
Yeah, that was amazing. Not gonna lie. That was impressive.
Did he call for it in the timeout? That's what Jason Kidd said.
I don't know. I didn't hear it. I don't know. But probably he did.
What's the dunk count now? 22.
I don't know. I probably have one. I think so. Dunk count same as layup, so I don't care.
Luka, when Kyrie had it going the way he had it going tonight, he had 21 points midway through the second quarter. What goes on through your mind? Do you just set it up and continue to get shots?
Yeah, I mean, just keep going, Let him do his thing and just keep going.
Is there a difference for you physically? You're out there, you played 35 minutes last night, played a lot of minutes tonight, but is there less wear and tear on you when Kyrie is able to kind of take over some of the ball handling games?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's way easier for me, especially nights like this. It's back to back, so it's always tough, but it's way easier. Yeah.
Luka, it's been a year now since you and Kyrie have formed a duo when he came over in the trade. What have you thought of that partnership thus far in the year that you two have been together?
I mean, it's great. He's an amazing guy, obviously amazing player. So we have a great relationship. So it's every day it's so much fun.
Luka, lahko opišete samo kako je rojstvo hčerke spremenilo vaš pogled na življenje, pa morda tudi na košarko, pa če boste na voljo slovenski reprezentanci za olimpijske kvalifikacije?
Ja, mislim, veliko bolj srečen, kakšne noči ne spim, ampak Ana dela večino posla, ampak to ti res spremeni življenje na lepše, tako da nič ni lepšega kot to, tako da zaradi tega sem najbolj srečen človek na svetu. Ja, bom, mislim, če ne bo poškodb, seveda bom. Daj nisem bil.